Hello, guys. Welcome back. So, I knew I would be defeated eventually. I put up a good fight, and that's the main part. And the Oculus came in. I even met the UPS guy outside. And long story short, I've been getting a lot of dings that would say that the old man is here, but you know me and how I both don't believe in coincidence, and yet I'm the world's biggest skeptic. So it's kind of like you could look at, like, say, the song the UPS man was playing, and you could look at the Odin pin that came out of nowhere on Pinterest, and you could look at vague other stuff. And it definitely felt like the old man's timing, and he's sardonic and he's very dark in his sense of humor with me. So it definitely felt like the old man, but I said, I know it sounds greedy and mean. Not that he cares. He literally named his wolves greedy and ravenous, depending on how you translate it. But I said, I need to know it's you. That it's not just my imagination, that I'm not having some kind of mental breakdown. I need something physical and tangible. And since it's the old man, I said, I don't want an injury. I don't want anything to go wrong with the house or my person or my fortune. I said, please just give me a blessing. Can you at least do that to show me you love and care as much as the old man loves and cares about anyone? And so I've been kind of weary, but he's back in. I just can't fight anymore, guys. I'm done. I'm depleted. He cut off all my defenses. Actually, I figured out he's just as strong as he ever was. He just ripped through my defenses like paper. He was done playing. If sending trolls onto the site wasn't going to work, and interfering with and jamming other gods' communication wasn't going to work, he was coming himself. And by the time he comes by himself, if you work with the old man, you know where his temper is. And he just wants me. And I said, why? I said, I'm not exactly flattered at this point. I said, you do know I don't have any psychic ability. I'm just passable with the runes. I don't practice seed. I don't not into heathenry, don't consider myself a heathen. I said, I'm wild, I'm uncontrollable, I'm never going to listen. The moment you take your eye off me, I'm out the door. He goes, maybe that's why, my dear. Maybe I like a challenge. So it's nothing I have. It's no particular skill set. It's not, I don't speak some obscure language. I threw out all the books. I threw out the statue because there's this magical belief that the more stuff you have for God, the more attached they are to you. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that there are no books. He doesn't care that there is no statue. He didn't like the statue in the first place. He tolerated it because it amused him to tolerate it. And it's kind of like letting the very worst and most dangerous god into your house, which you are. And I'm saying that as someone that's going to be working with him again, but you have to know the old man's fucking dangerous. He's like a ticking time bomb. He's not just going to randomly start slapping you around or something. But he can be fucking terrifying, and his people can have random accidents, and you're always wondering in the back of your head, was that the old man, or was that just coincidence? I'm scared. Somebody help me. He likes to frighten the hell out of those people for every so often. And so I asked him, I said, look, I'm freaking out. You know how I am. I said, I don't know if this is you, or it's just peer pressure from seeing having trolls have come on ever since the old man got the boot, or what it is, but I said, I need to know it's you. And I don't know if it's him or not. And I said, I need you to give me a sign. I need you to give me a blessing. He answers either fairly quickly or within the 3-day time span to line up with, the number 3 for him, or 9 is also one of his numbers, but, um, it's the old man. He might feel he wants me to have faith without answering me. And, he's definitely going to make the territory over. He's already told me I could keep all my decorations up. He doesn't have a problem with it. In fact, he congratulated me for being sneaky enough to sneak off with Loki, and I'm sure the old man knew, and to hide things. I think he's amused with us. I get this feeling that when Loki and I do things together, he gets this kind of amused energy, like he's watching children play. It's just kind of scary. But that's the old man, and there is something in me that it is comforting to have him here. I'm just a bit worried about him, and I'm not relaxing into his energy. because I said, "I smell a wolf trap," is what I smell. And he's being patient for the old man. He's being patient, and he's not known for his patience. He can be extremely patient, eternally patient, but he can also be extremely impatient because all father, all things. So, I really don't resent any of the things he did. He fights dirty, but he taught me to fight dirty. He says terrible things, I say terrible things. He does underhanded things and uses magic, and I'm spiteful too. So, I see that we do have a lot of the same personality, and he points it out to me. And he says, if he talks about something, sometimes, we have to admit we have sides to ourselves and we have thoughts that we have that they aren't always the greatest things. They don't always make us the best people, but the All Father doesn't have an ethical bone in his body, so he's not going to judge you, but he is going to point it out and be very happy about it. So, I will let you guys know some kind of traumatic blessing comes through, but he can be generous when he's in a mood. When he's in a mood, he knows that I already spent on the summer cell, and he wasn't here for that period of time, if I recall correctly. He wasn't here for at least 2 weeks, right? So, he saw me get the VR, and he understood my letdown. I thought they could have at least tucked a card into the box, and I could have got like some games. I didn't get anything, and I got a couple free experiences I tried, and they really weren't adjustable to this platform. You guys notice I have nystagmus, and you guys notice I have essential tremor, so it's a pain in the ass to try to keep my head perfectly still because I wobble a lot, and I can't make my eyes stay still. It's nothing I can fix, and there's no medical procedure to fix it either before people offer help. Shut up. I've heard it all my life, damn it. And it's a son of a bitch trying to target something, one, when you have poor vision, and two, when your head's bobbing ever so slightly and your eyes are moving. To try to get something to fucking lock on target, it's a pain in the ass. It's why I usually don't play first person shooters or anything, in case you haven't noticed. So he's back to absolute authority in the house. And Loki's being really passive. He says he owns you. I said, "Excuse me?" He said he owned you. He put a claim on you. I said, "But what about all the fighting we were doing? And what about me protecting you and protecting the family and everything else?" He says he owns you. And Loki seems calm about it. Loki seems fine. He says, "Odin put a claim on you." And I said, "I don't care what he did. Would you let just anyone put a claim on me?" And there's something here I'm not getting. There's some reason Loki's being deferential towards the old man. I said, "Look, if he did a lot that I could prove the old man did, then I would be more warm towards him." True, the rift did appear on my doorstep on a Wednesday. But, you have to watch how much you credit to the gods, because Odin will be the first one to take all the credit you give him. And I just said, I would like to see what you plan to do in my life. If I'm going to have to be with the old man, I want to see that he's going to do something to help me improve. So, we're in tense negotiations. I'm too damn tired to keep him out here. He has his runes back on the door, and, I redid the paint job on something, but I just can't fight him anymore. It's inevitable. If he decides he wants somebody, Odin does not take no for an answer. If he takes no for an answer, he really wasn't after that person. He just wanted to see what he could get, maybe, or he was curious. But usually he keeps coming around. Sometimes with people he's persistent, and he's been pretty damn relentless with me. Sometimes he does go away for a while, and then he circles back into somebody's life. He's not known for taking no for an answer, and he really doesn't care about your free will. You're going to do it Odin's ways. I've tried explaining to him that there are these new enlightened versions of him, and he just stares at you like you've lost your damn mind. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I know some people are going to be mad, but I couldn't fight them forever, and it has really nothing to do with trolls. You always get those brawler dudes, even if you just run a Loki channel and never talked about the old man. It's so look, he's like, "Trolls, ha!" Nordic humor backer. But it's kind of a thing of he's relentless, and eventually he will make you cave in. He'll cut off your supplies. He cut off the Greek gods forever, I think. It feels like he's going to push everyone else out. And he told me, at least was candid for 1 minute. He says, "I intend to become your only god." Well, I'll show with Loki. But that was it. That's his intention, and he's very upfront about it. And he's just is an inexorable force of nature. I said, "If you make goodies fall out of the sky, I will be more amenable." And he looked at me, and when he knows that your sense of ethics is as wobbly as his, he will just nod. And because he sees that as reasonable, it's very amoral. You have to understand that before you work with the old man. He would both bribe people and then scold people for being so easy to bribe. Not like you, but he would bribe me, like, "Hey, get rid of all the other gods, I'll give you XYZ. Make sure he produces." He's very good at going back on his word and never delivering. But, if he can get his way, he will suddenly grease the wheels for you and things will move. I will let you know how things turn out. It's not like if I promised him today all the other gods would be gone, that instantly something would happen good in my life. But we'll see. He really is being suspiciously quiet and just kind of watching me. I want a cheeseburger now in the worst way, like a bacon cheeseburger to celebrate. One, because fast food's addictive and I had it the other day. And two, just because, kind of want to go out again, but it's in like the 90s today. It's kind of hot, so either go out this evening. We really don't have cheeseburger money, or not. But that would be one of the nice things that if he wanted to give me a token of his goodwill somehow, I do have like loose change and that I could go up and get a cheeseburger. But then tomorrow I'll want a cheeseburger too, so I have to have some discipline. And his kind of reaction was like, "Oh, cry me a river." I said, "I'd like a cheeseburger. How about you give me that as goodwill?" And he goes, "You have feet, don't you?" I says, "Too hot to go out." "Oh, cry me a river." So he really doesn't care. He doesn't want me going out and getting sick. He's not that deliberately cruel, but he can be nasty. He fights nasty, he fights dirty. He'll say absolutely horrible, mind-scarring things to you. He gets spiteful, he gets mean, and yet at the end of the day, you end up with him probably because he just doesn't take no for an answer. Send help, send money, I don't know, send something. Puppies, kittens, I don't know. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.